Kinsey's Right Royal Roundup.
Look at you in that beautiful bejewelled crown as well, which is quite right, Kinsey Schofield.
I should have worn my tiara this evening.
I can't believe you've not got it on, actually. Are you airbrushed? Yeah. Have you been photoshopped? Are you yourself?
You know what? My favorite way to talk to you is via Zoom so that I can use the blur filter. You got the blur filter. This isn't even my real background. I'm in a garage. I'm in a basement.
You're not in front of the Hollywood. This is just Photoshop gone mad. Now, we've been talking, obviously, about the Photoshop controversy, about the serious health problems that have been being faced by the Princess of Wales. The King Charles, still facing this cancer treatment. So, real health problems facing the most senior working royals here in the United Kingdom. We also saw the anniversary of the Diana Award here in the United Kingdom, which was commemorating the death and the award around the death of Princess Diana, the late Princess of Wales. So what better time for Duchess Do Nothing and the Pinocchio Prince to introduce a lifestyle brand to the world? I mean, am I wrong to think that that is just the most tacky, money-grabbing, vile opportunism that I have ever heard?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty shameless. Also, what I thought was interesting is today, while I was scrolling on Instagram, I saw that Kim Kardashian posted a photo it's just a series of photos of herself, clearly airbrushed. And she wrote underneath it in the caption, "On my way to find Kate," which is tacky. I've seen a couple of Americans joke about it, Sheryl Crow being another one. But the reason why the Kim Kardashian photo upset me so much is because Kim's boyfriend, or Kim's mom's boyfriend, who could be Kim's boyfriend based on his age, but Kim's mom's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, who's been Kim's mom, he's basically a part of the family. They've been dating for so long, him and Kris Jenner, is currently skiing with Prince Harry. So to joke about where's Kate when your mom's boyfriend is currently on vacation with Prince Harry it all feels really gross.
But they also clearly don't feel like there's going to be any kind of wrath of Prince Harry as well. They're not like, oh gosh, that's his sister-in-law, we'd better make sure that we are careful around it. He clearly doesn't give two hoots. And so you've got that kind of opportunism, and then you've got Meghan Markle announcing the creation of a new brand called, I'm trying not to vomit, American Riviera Orchard, which is apparently, we don't know what they're going to be flogging, what tat the public is going to be expected to buy from the Poundland Prince and Walmart Wallace, but it shows the Duchess arranging flowers, baking, standing in a covered walkway whilst wearing a floor-length ball gown. Someone please get me a bucket for my breakfast.
There has been paperwork filed for Meghan to utilize this brand to sell cookware, cookbooks, jams, butters, some sort of like, I don't know, weird butters. I haven't independently confirmed this, but I did see online, strangely, that this whole website and everything was set up through a different LLC than Harry and Meghan typically use. And I believe that name was Mama Knows Best LLC, which kind of made me laugh out loud, but also filed in Delaware, where they typically file their business LLCs. But we do think that she's going to try to be like a little Chrissy Teigen, who was also on Deal or No Deal. I hate to say Martha Stewart, because Martha Stewart was legitimately amazing at her job. Also, I predicted this a year ago at least. She's going to also do a cooking show with Netflix, and I suspect that she's going to I think she's going to have to call in celebrity friends, because I don't think she's got enough of a personality to have people tune in on a regular basis to watch her in the kitchen. So I think she'll, similar to archetypes, bring in celebrity friends to cook with her friends, in quotes.
It's quite staggering. If you look at the documents involved, it is potentially a retail store selling, wait for it, tableware, cutlery, cookbooks, servingware, coffee and tea services, kitchen textiles, jams, jellies, oils, other foods, as well as gardening items, lighting, stationery, party decorations, gift wrapping, tote bags, pet items, kitchen items, home decor like pillows, curtains, linens and picture frames. There is literally nothing that those two will not flog off the back of their royal connections. I mean, it is just unbelievable. Why not start renting out rooms in Buckingham Palace on Airbnb? I mean, I'm surprised they've not made the request to do that. They really will sell absolutely anything.
Yeah, it's giving J.C. Penney's or Sears department stores. Yeah, it's very much like Fergie. And, I know a lot of people defend Fergie today, but Fergie today is not the Fergie of 20, 30 years ago. 40 years ago. If you think about Fergie, she was considered an embarrassment. And the royal family, while they allowed her to do it, quietly side-eyed her over the fact that she was in Hollywood selling blenders on 3 a.m. television.
But that was very different, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, it was before we had the advent of worldwide, I think, media in the way in which we do today. Secondly, she was very, very clear. I think it was tacky what Fergie did, but she was doing it to get out of debt that she didn't want the British taxpayer to have to bail her out of, and also she was very,
but if
very
you're
clear.
if you're using that as logic, then you can justify the loan she took from Jeffrey Epstein.
Fair point, and that was a very, very strange and dodgy loan. But I think in the context of them doing this while slagging off their family, whilst also saying we don't want to have anything to do with being royal, that is, to me, the bit that is tacky about this, because what they're doing is saying we don't want anything part of being royal. However, they know
but they're not.
No,
Crystal,
go on.
They're not. They do want to be royal.
Of course.
They don't want to follow the rules. They just don't want to be royal underneath King Charles and King William.
Yes,
that's the case.
Exactly. We want to be royal enough so that the Netflix are interested, and any old pots and pans and tat that we want to sell, that people will be interested enough to buy them. But we don't want to be royal enough to actually, as you say, follow any rules. So heaven forbid you don't call us Duke and Duchess, because hey, we're royal enough for that. And heaven forbid you don't buy any of the rubbish tat that we want to sell, because we need the money and we want the money, but we're not going to be royal enough to actually follow any kind of rules and to stop slagging off our family right, left and centre. And now that we've sold all of their secrets through various books and documentaries, and we've done a multiple wine fest about how terrible our life is, now we're moving on to the second part of our plan, and that is to become a low dollar store version of Costco or Walmart. It is so tacky.
Well, I get asked a lot, like, what is America's reaction or what Hollywood's reaction is in general. And I just was looking through a local news station called KTLA's Facebook page that announced Meghan's new brand. And they're an iconic, very entertainment-driven local news station here in LA. And they were primarily negative comments. People saying, "Oh, you've sold out your family, so now you've got to sell pots and pans." Or people saying, "With a side of poisoned apple" was one of the comments. So I mean, even Americans are just kind of over this idea and think it's who are you? Like, who are you?
What's this got to do with her truth? Their truth. I mean, that's just what nonsense. Oh, okay, at least when you're selling your story to the world, you go, well, okay, you wanted to get your story out there. You want your truth to be known out there. What has selling tea towels and a tea and coffee maker got to do with telling your truth to the world?
Oh, can I say something else, like, that's probably going to get me into a lot of trouble really quickly while we're on the topic? I'm just going to say this. Where's Kate? Where are Archie and Lily? I haven't seen them in over 2 years. Where's the big internet campaign about the missing children?
Oh, they're probably being groomed for their international modelling career so they can start flogging stuff through there. That's phase 3 of the plan, or being groomed to model the children's wear line, which is probably the next thing that they're going to be flogging. I mean, who absolutely knows? Okay, let's leave those two, because I just want to finish on this awful story Princess Diana's friends reacting with anger and revulsion over a vile advert used about her fatal car crash to promote euthanasia. How on earth did someone come up with this? And it was a campaign showing a picture of the mangled car with the caption, "Diana, she did not choose her death, but in 2024, we should have the choice." And like I say, it's promoting euthanasia. What do you have to say to that?
I mean, basically, how is that any different from saying, like, but Diana should? I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense. It's the worst idea I've ever seen in my entire life. I am actually at a loss. I'm at a complete loss. I have nothing to contribute. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
So, as I say, it's the picture of the sort of a wrecked car. It's not the actual picture. I think they've reenacted it or used AI to come up with a picture of what looks like a car in a tunnel, wrecked, and it's got the word Diana at the top and then the slogan about it. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not even going to mention the name of the company that is doing this. But, I mean, I suppose it's got its desired effect because we're talking about it. But, I mean, who on earth signed that off as a good idea and let the poor woman rest?
And will they have a job tomorrow? I mean, I also think that who was not thinking about William or Harry? Who was not, like, that would be horrible if that were my mom and I opened up the newspaper and saw that. It would stop me in my tracks.
Absolutely. It's for a not-for-profit company, and I can see that they won't be getting any going forward. Listen, Kinsey, as always, you're a star, and thank you for your insights.